So, this is new to me. I'm feeling extremely awkward right now, but we're rolling with it. Um, you're probably here for the speed paint. Man, I'm really just talking to myself right now. This is gonna be more of a ramble than anything special. Um, really quiet ramble because I don't know, I feel self-conscious about, like, everything. But yeah. Thank you for popping in, if that's what you're here for, I guess. Oh my gosh. Fox really just killed everyone and their mom. But yeah. So right now you're probably watching the speed paint of Sam, which out of all of them for some reason took me the longest. I have no idea why. I think the sketch started out bad because I didn't try to frame my reference at all, which is something you should do when you're drawing portraits and stuff. But I had to redraw him like 2 or 3 times, so his part is like half of the video, so if you're at that part, I'm sorry. If you notice, like, the video quality, like the quality of color is more desaturated. I don't know why. The my computer shows me brighter colors, more vibrant colors, but for some reason when it's like a screen recording, or if I export it straight as a PNG instead of doing like changing the color profile to the Samsung AMOLED, it just looks super dull and boring. So that's why the colors look a little different from like the Instagram post stuff in the final product, because I had to do some special things with the export, and I guess the screen recording also picked up the more desaturated colors. So if you ever have that problem on Medibang or anything, you gotta change the color profile, and I figured that out the hard way. Took me so long to figure that out, like an embarrassing amount of time to figure that out. But yeah, so the more you know. I feel so awkward right now. Yeah, so like this whole drawing right here, it took me like 12 hours to do. I did it in 2 sittings, basically 3 sittings, kind of. One on one day, one on Friday, and then one on Saturday. This one I finished all the drawings. I had trouble exporting the final product from Clipchamp. It was very long. I recorded like at least 12 hours of footage, and a little less than that, I think. And then Clipchamp was really like, not a fan of that. So I had to re-edit everything in Premiere because I had Premiere for some college work. I don't know why I made 2 of those. But don't use Clipchamp. It sucks. Because it like absolutely refused to export, and I was up till 5 in the morning trying to like get it to export, and it just would not export, and I love my life. I do not love my life. So I highly recommend finding something other than Clipchamp. It's a decent, I actually use it to edit some of my TikToks and stuff, but like, I do not recommend using it for anything longer than maybe 10 minutes, because I think I used it once for a 10-minute video, and after that it just decided it hated me, I guess. Yeah, I basically did the whole drawing in like 1 sit. I should not have done that. I had like so much homework to do, but I was like, no, I'm gonna commit to it, and then committed to it, and now I have like running on 5 hours of sleep and a cup of coffee. I'm usually a bit more put together. I'm really good at rambling, but right now I'm just tired. But I wanted to get something out. I don't know, this is probably really awkward and strange, because it is. I'm like praying right now that you can hear what I'm saying. I honestly should probably check. Okay, yeah, I think you can hear me, I hope. Anyways, yeah, but Well, I'm just glad if anyone's made it this far that you're still here. In the 12 hours that it took me to do that, I watched like a ton of Markiplier. It was kind of, I don't know, nostalgic, I guess. Haven't really watched a ton of him recently, and now it's kind of become a ritual whenever I do like the favorite creator things. I watch a bunch of Mark. There's something about horror games to keep your adrenaline up when you're trying to stay awake and commit to a big project. It's kind of something about it works, I guess. But yeah, highly recommend doing that. Speaking of horror, I had something to say and then I completely forgot. This is why I'm not a person. I'm more of a sit back awkwardly and draw and then post the drawings. It like took me so long to get over the hump, like the awkward hump of like posting videos and recording TikToks, because I literally sit in my apartment closet and record. Even if nobody else is in the apartment, I just sit in the closet and record because I cannot stand my own voice, and I don't like it when I think people are listening to me, including myself, I guess. So that's a fun fact. Where are the freaking sheep, bro? Yeah, I was originally gonna do a Dead Cells playthrough thing, and then I realized I couldn't concentrate on the game and talk at the same time. I would just go absolutely silent, which is why I picked Minecraft instead. Yeah, that's in case you wanted to know that I had other plans. I was kind of thinking this would be like a watching the Subway Surfers on the side of the video, except this video is like 38 minutes long. Not my brightest idea. I don't know if anyone will really watch it, because, you know, it is 38 minutes long and it'll probably be posted on a Monday. So if you are here, that's radical. I guess, where are the sheep? Yeah. So, honestly, I didn't think I'd make it this far. I think it's really radical that my socials have started doing a bit better. It's grown a lot, and if you're here, you're probably from one of those, and I appreciate you a lot. I don't know, it's just wild to me. And I wish I could say more. I wish I were better at saying nicer things and not feeling totally awkward about it. It's just so strange sitting here staring at my monitor and talking at it instead of at anyone. I thought this would be easier, to be honest, but since sound in this apartment travels so far, I don't want to like be loud or bothersome or anything. And if my mic picks up other noise from like everywhere else, there's like a train nearby, like really nearby, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get an earful of train, I suppose. I have like notes taped to my monitor too, of things to talk about, and I have not looked at them. I should have looked at them, I have not, and now everything, oh, I guess it's not an essay. I'm literally rambling right now. But, yeah, so for like the colors of this thing, I should have kind of mapped out the colors before I did it, because I don't think the order really made sense. Like it could have gone in like a rainbowy order or something to be more satisfying to look at, but then I was like, no, I'm just gonna go with the vibes, and the vibes are whatever I picked for each of them. And it's a little strange to me, at least, that it just looks a little funky, I guess, but I wanted to put them in the order of whatever like their profile was, their profile picture. Freaking heck, okay. So, I lost my train of thought, I guess. But I wanted to do it in the order of their profile picture, and if I did it by order of what colors look nicest next to each other, it would have been a little wonky, so that's how they are. And honestly, like, I haven't seen that many animes. I feel like I've talked about it like once on one of my like TikToks or whatever, but like, I don't know, I like animes, but like I don't have time to watch them because I feel like I have to like actually watch them. I can't just have them on in the background like I do with like Markiplier when I'm watching, when I'm drawing and stuff. Because I've had a friend bugging me about watching One Piece for a while, and I don't know, it seems like the kind of, I knew I said sport, it seems like the kind of thing you'd want to do with friends, at least. Because at least in my experience, I watched most of the anime I've watched with people. I think I watched Promised Neverland with one of my close friends for a while, and we watched the first season. I've heard the second season isn't very good, so I haven't looked for it. Ooh, this is would be I was supposed to set out. Yeah. Anyways, I've heard things about that. I have also watched Food Wars. Take that as you will. We got to like season 5 or like the last season, and then we were watching it as like a group, and then we kind of lost it because we all got busy with our lives, and then we got back to it like, why are we watching this? And I've watched the child arc of Naruto. I've been meaning to get back into it, but I just, again, like, I have like negative time. I mean, I'm sitting here playing Minecraft talking to myself, so I can't have that little time. I should not have gotten that far away from the spruce forest. But yeah, I felt like I needed a bit of a break from doing things. So I'm playing video games right now. I haven't touched a video game in like weeks because I've been doing writing and drawing and stuff. I'm like ranting right now. I have just been talking non-stop. I guess if you are here and you don't want to hear me speak, you could just mute me. But yeah, 3-4 animes. I watched Parasite because it was on Netflix. I feel like there's one more. I watched like the first 13 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. I liked it. Never really got around to watching more of it because if I recall, like the friend that was streaming it for us was either pirating it or had a Crunchyroll account. And not gonna say that I pirate things out loud on the internet, but I don't know how to pirate certain things. Yeah, I like that one though, so if I ever find time, I'll get back around to it. If you guys have, like, I don't know, if anyone's watching this who watches anime or whatever, if you guys have any recommendations for, like, horror kind of stuff, because I'm, like, really into horror. I just finished watching The Fall of House of Usher with my sister. I watched it with a friend, and I also watched it with my sister, but it was very good. I'm a fan of horror. I really just hold myself in here like I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I highly recommend that one. That one's a fun watch. Anything by Mike Flanagan, honestly, horror-wise. I know there's, I don't know, actually, I don't know if there's any, like, controversy or reason to not like his shows or whatever, but I think they're good. And my opinion is the only opinion that matters. But if you have any, like, animes that are kind of horror-esque, they're a little spooky, I would appreciate it. I like spooky things. I don't know, something about a show that incites emotions, whether it's good or bad, is appealing to me. So yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any other animes that I've watched. I think I just remember, like, distinctly the first time the first anime I wanted to watch was Food Wars, because I was like, oh, it's just, you know, an anime about foods. How can it be bad? So I downloaded, like, the first episode to watch on a plane, and then I started watching it, and, you know, like, if you've seen Food Wars, you know, like, the first scene, it's a little sus, and I was like, ain't no way. So, and then I stopped watching anime entirely for a while. Not exactly the greatest, I should not have that call on there. Not the greatest first experience, but it was an experience, I can say. But I'm, like, actually playing Minecraft like an idiot right now. But, you know, recommendations, I'm open to them. I know someone, if someone does get this far and, like, has recommendations, I know someone's gonna say One Piece, and I do not know if I have time to watch 1,000 plus episodes. That's just kind of insane. But who knows, maybe if I don't actually have to, like, full frontal lobe pay attention to it, I'll watch some of it while I'm drawing. Except, I don't know how people feel about sub versus dub, but if I'm drawing, I can't watch it not dubbed. Because I don't understand Japanese, obviously. And now I'm just sitting in a hole doing nothing. That's very riveting for everyone. Yeah, so recommendations would be cool. Yeah, and also like art recommendations too. If you have people you want me to draw, you can draw here. Or if you want to hear how I draw, I know like a while ago in one of my posts someone said something, asked how I picked the colors, and I feel like I could maybe talk about that a little bit, especially for portraits. Honestly, like the reason why I didn't do true color or whatever, like, and I did like the not like skin tone accurate, I don't know how to say it, because anyways, I'll get to that in a second. I did it basically in like black and white for the anime men because I did not want to spend time trying to eyeball the colors for 6 people. If I had done that, it would have taken forever. So I went with the funk colors and called it a design choice, but really it was just like, I'm lazy. But if anyone wants to know how I do that, I can maybe try and put something up about that. To be honest though, I like haven't taken a formal art class in a really long time, and I took a graphic design, character design class, but like it wasn't in college, but it wasn't like a big formal thing, and all the stuff that they taught were kind of like the basics, like, oh, draw with, when you're drawing people, break it down into shapes, and like maybe that's not something that's like obvious to other people, but it was kind of like, you know, beginner class. But I don't know, I think the internet is a great resource that people overlook sometimes. Well, no one in my generation at least overlooks it as a useful tool, but so I know some people that do. Highly recommend looking into some tutorials of people that might have better knowledge than me, but if people are interested in hearing my probably terrible advice, I would be open to making stuff about that if anyone wants to hear it. But like all my things, like everything I try to emphasize, I'm not the most professional. I'm very much an amateur at what I do, and I know it might not seem like it, but like there are things that like I draw, ways that I draw, and it's very clear that like I'm sure some professional artist out there is like, what is she doing? Because I truly have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going with it. I've been drawing for so long, and if you don't draw, you should, because drawing is fun and it's never too late to start. I'm a big purveyor of creative stuff being a great outlet for things, for emotions. I'm just not gonna mess with you right now. A good outlet, and I know a lot of people are afraid to start drawing because they don't know how to, but like honestly, very few people are born with that kind of talent. Yes, it's not really like an inborn thing. It's like the whole, anyone can cook, I'm sure. Anyone can draw, anyone can write. I'm probably only saying that because I'm like a creative writing person. And I think that, and because I use stuff like writing and drawing as my form of escape from crushing reality or whatever. So I think other people should do it too. I'm no pro, but I have a friend, I think, that's going into art therapy, and I think that's really cool. And I think even if you don't need therapy, drawing is great, and people should do it more. Because if we don't do it, the AI are gonna take over. Like, honestly, crippling fear. But I'm less afraid of the AI now, because, oh my gosh, wait. Is that a slime? I swear I just saw slime. Because if so, I'm setting up camp right around here. But the, I think I hallucinated it. The, shoot, what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought because I thought I saw a stupid slime. I love the slimes in Minecraft, they're so cute. Oh yeah, I was really worried about, like, AI taking over my job in, like, the creative field because, you know, I like to draw and AI art is scary. And so is AI writing because, you know, I actually want to be an author. A frog! Okay, because being an artist would be cool too, but my end goal in life is really to be a writer. I want to publish books. I think that would be rad. But what was I saying? I'm like so bad at I ramble so much about stupid things. I got derailed by the frog, so I was talking about creative writing. Oh yeah, I had a friend use ChatGPT to write a poem, and like the poem's fine and all, but like then he asked it to write a poem that didn't rhyme, you know, because there are poems that do that, and most poets write poems without rhyming. A lot of poets do. In the creative writing field, you hear a lot, oh, don't rhyme, and it's like, oh, why not? And it's like, oh, do what you want to do. But a lot of poets don't rhyme. Just know that. And ChatGPT could not write a poem that didn't rhyme. Like, the prompt was literally do not rhyme, and then he would rhyme. It would, it's a he now. It would rhyme. But, I don't know. AI is sus. That's a useful tool, but you gotta hone your skills, you know? If you have it, I've heard people in, like, my classes and stuff use it to, ooh, this is a cool cave area thing. And I've heard people in my classes use it to write their essays and stuff, and then they're like, oh, I'm such a terrible writer. It's like, you're a terrible writer because you don't practice writing. You gotta practice. Everything takes practice. It's just, sometimes you gotta do it to get better, because I've also been writing. Is that the spruce fire and spruce trees? Because I have been writing for forever. I think I might set camp over there. I missed on Meyer, didn't I? I've been writing since I was a very wee child because, I don't know, my sister and I like to... Oh, it's like, what? What is that? So, and I'm not even, like, that great of a writer. I'm a decent writer, I think, and I like helping people hone their writing skills. I've helped a friend edit his essays before and stuff, but, like, I don't think I'm, like, the best writer. But you gotta practice, I guess. I don't know, I'm like totally rambling. I have like barely talked about anything that's happening on the screen right now, other than the Minecraft stuff. I don't even know what's happening to Speedpaint right now. 22. Okay. Yeah. There were some of the guys that I had more trouble with than I did others, and honestly, there's no explanation as to why, because some of them I actually mapped out their sketches before I sketched it and then drew over it, and then there's some that I didn't. And there's probably a correlation between the not doing it and doing it and the ease of drawing. But yeah, it's gonna be a problem, isn't it? It took a while though. I already said that. But yeah, some of them, it's like you can tell by the length of like the speed paint, because this is at 16 speed. If I could speed it up more so this video wasn't 38 minutes long, I would. But if I did that, you might have a seizure, and that would not be the greatest. I hope I'm recording. Okay, yeah. Love that anxiety. But, you know, you can totally tell when things took less time and when things took more time. Wow, that was really well put. I am an English major. But, I don't know, it had nothing to do with them. I don't think it might have just had to do with like the time of day and stuff, because when I was drawing Sam, it was like, the first drawing was kind of like a warm-up, I guess. And I wasn't really feeling it. I was going to draw LDS Shadow Lady, because of like one of the past ones on TikTok. Someone told me to draw, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll draw her, and then I tried to draw her, and then I just looked at it, like, nope, nuh-uh, and I had to leave the recording, so I would show you my failure, but I can't. And, like, the reason, but, like, this time, it's like I didn't hide the failures, and when we get to a certain point, you'll see that I don't even, you can see that I've messed up, and that I'm still showing you, because I think it's important to know that even the end product might look really good, but I had to get there somehow, and that somehow was pain and suffering. Yeah, because like the Sam one, if I could avoid showing you that very first portrait drawing, it was like I was not flattering. I'm so sorry. It was not good. But it's important to see that it wasn't. It didn't just poop out really good. Sometimes there's failures, and that was one of them. I'm sorry. It's like and that's the thing about like the TikTok video, since I tried to cram in a speed paint of 6 people into one short video like that, you couldn't really get the whole vibe of the failure, so it kind of just looks like I went from sketch to done. And that's not how it is. That's never how it is, but it's okay to fail, because failing is learning, and you gotta be open to criticism and all that jazz, especially in like a creative kind of dealio, because if you don't take criticism, you're not gonna get anywhere. You gotta know what the people want or whatever, unless the people want like war crimes or something. Don't do those. Unless you want to, I guess, but don't do those. I should get some stuff. I need to set up a base somewhere. I'm gonna set up around here. I'll just set up my yeah, but yeah, you gotta embrace your messes, you know. I just quoted a TV show. Only Murders in the Building, so good. Recommend. It's on Hulu. Very funny, very good. I've been watching it with my mom and my sibling. Yeah. Learn from your mistakes or whatever, and learn from other people's mistakes too, and that's okay. That's why I show you my mistakes, so you don't make the same mistakes I made or whatever. Something, history repeats itself, something. I feel like I'm just ranting. Nothing about this video makes any sense. The fact that I'm playing Minecraft, recording Minecraft, and that the Minecraft is somewhere on the screen with the speed paint while I'm talking is just probably a little crazy. It's probably a lot. It's probably way too much. Paired with the music in the background. I wrote that music, by the way, in case you wanted to know. I used to have a lot of free time. Way back when, in the old days of summer, I was into composing music, and the reason I did that is because I was going to do something with Minecraft, and then I kind of got derailed, like so many things. This is just a me thing, getting derailed and like getting off topic and forgetting I'm doing projects, which is honestly why I'm surprised my like art, Instagram and TikTok and stuff hasn't completely gone belly up, because I'm still committed to it, which is neat. But oh yeah, so I composed the piece for that. It wasn't supposed to be like it was supposed to loop, but it was supposed to loop a little bit more seamlessly. I haven't finished composing it yet, and hopefully I will one day soon, because I think it's definitely not like Mozart or whatever, but I think it's pretty neat, especially since I consider it my like beginner piece. I made it mostly so I wouldn't get demonetized on YouTube or copyright claimed, because I was worried about that for whatever reason. And also I think stock music is annoying, and this one has a little bit of variety, so if you like that, that's cool. And I've been talking over it, so the Dream Room Speed Paint, not to plug myself or anything, the Dream Room Speed Paint has the full song, full work in progress song, without any voiceover or anything, so if you want to check that out, you can, I guess. I don't know, you don't have to though. Yeah, I use, Muse Score for that. Oh, you know, I should probably also mention the programs I use for, like, art and stuff. I can't believe I've just been sitting here talking for this long. I guess I have a lot of things to say, but anyways, the art program stuff, I think I've answered this a couple times, and I don't think if anyone's still here and wants to know, it's like 30 minutes in, thank you for being committed. But I use MIDI Bang Paint Pro, it's free. Pretty good program for a free program. I know a lot of like manga artists use it and stuff. I also use, I have a Samsung Galaxy Pro 360, I believe. I got it like 2 or 3 years ago. And the model I use is no longer made, but like other models are used, and it has a touchscreen. Obviously, if I can imagine drawing with like a mouse pad. I should invest in like an actual tablet or something. But that's what I use, and it actually bends over. That's why it's called 360, in case you didn't know. And you can use it like it's like a flat. I just don't, because it makes me nervous, because mine kind of has fans that go real fast when I'm working on stuff. Should build a house. But yeah, that's what I use for that. To record this video in the speed paint, I used OBS. That's also free. Okay. That's also free. Recommend, it's decent. It's a little complicated, but like I'm pretty sure that's like what a lot of people use. Anyways, it's OBS. Oh, I also made my Minecraft skin. Teehee. Anyways. OBS is good. I used it to record the speed paint too on my laptop. What else do I use? I don't know. That's it. I guess I just don't do anything else. I had like one other thing that I wanted to mention. Besides OBS, I said MIDI Bang, OBS. Well, that's it. Oh, and my tablet. Yeah. I actually edit most of my videos on Clipchamp until now. I used, like I said earlier, I had to use Premiere Pro that I low-key forgot I had, which is, it's not a good thing. I swear I have all of my thoughts here. They are not there everywhere. Please help. Premiere Pro, I was recommended to use After Effects, but I thought Premiere Pro was actually a little easier to use. And I guess it's because I wasn't doing anything super complicated. I was literally just cutting and speeding things up, and I thought that was good. I do most of my voiceovers. My phone had an aneurysm when I tried to do a voiceover on TikTok. So I do my voiceovers, except for like right now since I'm live rambling, not even live talking, just rambling. I do all of that on Audacity, so most of the stuff I use is free, except for Premiere Pro, and that is definitely not cheap, unfortunately. I got it a little cheaper through my college, and that was for Photoshop, so I could do some graphic design work for some people. But yeah, that's what I use, in case anyone was curious. Yeah, I guess. It was kind of funny though, thinking about it, like when I was younger, like I'm like old now. I am old, relatively speaking, to some people that probably have viewed me videos. Why did I just turn into Mr. Krabs there? Viewed me videos. But I used to think like digital art and stuff is cheating, which is kind of ironic. Look at me now, 8th grade me or whatever. But it's not. I don't. Wait, what am I doing? I haven't played Minecraft in so long, but it's not. It's kind of like using your tools at what tools you have at your disposal, I guess. And some people prefer traditional art, and some people prefer non-traditional art, and some people prefer paint when crouching over a tablet screen instead of, why am I so bad at this? Instead of folding it flat so your wrist is bent in an awkward position. We're all built different. Why am I so bad at this? It's just the ugliest house I've ever made in this game. But, yeah, I don't know. You don't besmirch people that do digital art, and digital artists don't be superior to people who prefer traditional art. Not that I think anyone would be snobby about digital art over traditional art, but you know, the only art I don't agree with is AI art. I mean, it's okay to use as like inspiration and stuff, but just don't claim it as your own. Be honest that it's AI art, and I think people will be more open to the idea because AI, I'll admit, is like very good at generating cool and interesting ideas. Why am I so like? I don't know what I tried to do there, but yeah, yeah. I'm so bad at talking. I completely lost train of thought when I tried to put the logs in sideways on the crafting table. But yeah, I think AI art is a good tool. It's like how ChatGPT could be a good tool if you don't make it write your whole essays. Now you have people with problems with like people. Oh, here comes the train. I hope you can't hear it. I would be so sad if you can. You probably can. It's so loud. But ChatGPT should help you with your essays. It shouldn't write your essays. You know. Chugga. But yeah, I wouldn't ever. I honestly don't know if I could ever call. I don't think people who generate art through the internet or through a generator should be able to call it their own art because it belongs to the machine and whatever the machine stole that art from. But you do you, I guess. Don't shame other people too hard. People are so mean to each other already. But I will bully you if you AI generate something and call it your own, because just don't do that. It's okay if you get inspired by it, because I'll admit there's some pretty cool AI generated stuff out there. It looks cool, it looks pretty, but as long as you call it AI yourself. I don't know, I have very strong opinions about it and I will argue about this. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I'm just sitting here awkwardly now. It feels so strange to just talk to people and I know I've hammered that in. But I'm usually so used to sitting here and having— oh my gosh, this is actually the ugliest house I've ever built. Oh. I'm so used to sitting here at the computer talking to other people, either playing like Stardew or Minecraft or Don't Starve or whatever, but like right now it's just like I'm sitting here talking to myself, pretending I have people that are listening to me, and if someone's made it this far that isn't related to me or a friend of mine, like, good for you, bro. I'm impressed. Because I've like honestly just been aimlessly talking right now, and I should have written something down. I should have looked at notes and stuff while I was doing this. I should be talking about the speed paint. I should be talking about anything other than just rambling, but this is what I'm doing, so sorry. But I do appreciate you if you managed to make it this long, because I probably would not make it this long. I have like negative attention span too, which is something that art is actually kind of good for, because it makes you sit down and pay attention. You kind of get into a zone. It's why I also like— I'm a band kid. I play the trumpet. It's like getting into the zone or whatever from Soul, I guess. If you've seen that movie, it's a decent movie. I like it. But yeah, you get into like this fine dining and breathing moment where it's just like it's all you can focus on, and maybe that says something about me, and maybe I should get that checked out. But I'm okay. I promise. Yeah, it's also why I like rock climbing. It's like you get into a particular zone where you're just honed in on one particular topic, and it occurs to me I am now talking about 50 seconds over what I'm supposed to be like. The speed paint is done now. I'm sorry. So I guess I should wrap it up. And I'm going to wrap it up as soon as I put my bed down. And I definitely appreciate you guys, anyone who watched the full 38 minutes for sitting here and listening to me ramble my butt off, appreciate that. And